Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My presentation topic is about evidence for evolution. First of all, I'll tell you about introduction. Two direct lines of evidence show that macroevolution has occurred are the fossil record, the molecular record. Examples of the evidence for evolution. It includes taxonomy, morphology and comparative anatomy, and connecting links. Taxonomy, in which animals and plants could be graded in order of complexity, is an evidence of evolution. The second is morphology and comparative anatomy. One way of explaining the existence of similarities is through descent with modification. You can understand with modification. The third is last, the connecting links. It involves the evolutionary pathways of major groups of organisms can be easily worked out. फर्स्ट पॉइंट जो हम डिस्कस करेंगे विच इज़ अबाउट एविडेंस फ्रॉम टेक्सोनॉमी. इट हैज़ सेवरल पर्पजेस. First of all, it provides a method of keeping track of many known groups of organisms. Secondly, it provides a method of determining the relationship between newly discovered groups and groups already known. It shows a variety of similarities between existing groups. And the last is it provides some insight into some evolutionary relationship between existing and extinct species. Second जो हम डिस्कस करेंगे which is about morphology and comparative anatomy. It involves the following terms: homology, analogy, vestigial organs, atavism, adaptive radiation, and adaptive convergence. First, I'll discuss about homology. Define homology. Such organs which are similar in origin and structure but may or may not differ in function are referred to as homologous organs. Some examples include among vertebrates from frog to man. Vertebral column and appendicular skeleton is constructed on the same general plan. Here you can see in the diagram. The muscles are arranged in the same pattern. The cords of a region of cranial and spinal nerve is the same. Second, which is about analogy. Organs which are functionally similar but structurally and origin-wise quite different are known as analogous organs. Examples include the fins of shark and the flippers of whale have similar appearance and function, but their structural detail are totally different. Next is vestigial organs. Vestigial mean useless. Many animals and plants possess certain organs that are useless and degenerate, often undersized and lacking some essential part, as compared to homologous organs in related organisms. Such organs are called vestigial organs. Examples: there are more than 100 such vestigial organs. Some of them are as follows: appendix, wisdom tooth, mammary glands, nictitating membrane, etc. Here you can see. Next, atavism. Atavism term actually it indicates that sometimes in animal appear certain as abnormal structures either in embryo or adult which were not present in parents or grandparents but were found in remote ancestors. This appearance of ancestral condition is called atavism. इट्स मीन के कुछ एबनॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर जो कि पहले तो प्रेजेंट नहीं थे अब एडल्ट और एम्ब्रियो में जो है वो प्रेजेंट है उन और एंसेस्ट्रल के लिहाज से अगर देखा जाए तो वो प्रेजेंट नहीं थे एंसेस्ट्रल कंडीशन में. तो फिर दिस अपीयरेंस ऑफ एंसेस्ट्रल condition is called atavism. It includes following examples: cervical fistula in man, mammary glands, hairs on face and body, and adaptive radiation. Adaptive radiation defined in time such a single species will give rise to a variety of forms which occupy different habitats is called adaptive radiation. Example: Excellent example of adaptive radiation in a limited environment is afforded by Darwin's finches. Here you can see in the diagram the adaptive radiation or divergent evolution in mammals based on locomotion. Adaptive convergence. The evolution of similar structures by animals adapting to similar environment is known as convergent evolution or adaptive convergence. Example some sharks, ichthyosaur, dolphin, etc. ये convergent evolution. एविडेंस फ्रॉम कनेक्टिंग लिंक्स लास्ट जो हमारा थर्ड पॉइंट एविडेंस जो हम देख रहे थे फॉर एवोल्यूशन के लिए कनेक्टिंग लिंक्स in nature animals belonging to two different classes are very distinct from each other, yet we find occurrence of some transitional forms living or fossilized. Please focus on this transitional forms that living or fossilized connecting to two groups and are called as connecting links. Some of the important links are as follows: Euglena, Ichthyostega, Simoria, Archaeopteryx, and Prototheria. First of all, I'll tell you about Euglena. It has some characteristics. First of all, it is a protozoan like animals. It moves by flagellum, and flagellum, you know, the locomotory organ, and possess a covering called pellicle. The third, like plants, it has chlorophyll and chloroplast. Lungfishes. Here are some characteristics of the lungfishes are as follows. First, these are regarded as connecting link between fishes and amphibians. Like other bony fishes, they are fish-like in appearance, have paired fins, skin with scales, lateral line organs, Ears are represented by internal ears only. Chimera. They have cartilaginous endoskeleton. Mouth ventral, no air bladder. Here you can see in the diagram. Spiral valve in the intestine, males with claspers. Clasper, you know that reproductive organ associated with reproductive organ. Okay, next. Simoria. It is a connecting link between amphibians and reptiles. It was a large, sluggish beast resembling a lizard. Its short, stubby legs extended laterally from the body, as is done by salamanders. Thank you.